All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem,
CRACKDOWN.
CRACKDOWN. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. It's the brothers here from Great Millstone, Atlanta. We're going to do a lesson on the Great Crackdown has begun. We already know what time it is. When we see the titles of these lessons, we already know that we in some very treacherous times. Where this man, as we know it, this so-called white man, he's gonna put he's gonna put the hammer down. He's already showed his horns a few hundred years ago. Maximized his wrath on the face of the earth. Dealing with the let's deal with the Spanish conquerors when they started to come to the shores of North, Central, and South America, as well as the British, the French, the Dutch, and the Portuguese. They came in the spirit of slaughtering, subjecting, and subduing, colonizing. So fast forwarding today, we see this man is trying to reach another pinnacle of, what's the word I want to find? Control. Another pinnacle of rulership. It tells you that in Revelation the 18th chapter. If Baba Kushai, you can hold that on deck, where he wants to harvest the souls of men. All right. A lot of brothers watch a lot of futuristic shows, futuristic movies, and you'll see how they tap very heavily into this AI. I've been watching, I watched it a few days ago. I haven't watched a few episodes recently, but this is one show on Netflix where they're basically dealing with, AI. The world is overrun by AI individuals, and it's a disruption where some people are starting to get disconnected, from their AI, system, and basically starting to get normalized. But I just say all that just to say that a lot of these AI shows are popping up all over the damn place. You go on Netflix, you go on Amazon Prime, what's these other ones? Hulu. You got so many movie sites. It's all about AI chipping. It's all about massive government control. You see the military crackdowns when you watch these certain shows. Hey, and just like that young Jake said in that video, all these different movies and all these different shows, they're used as inspiration for future events, And we know what the prophecies of Yahweh Shai has said thousands of years ago. This Holy Bible was written thousands of years ago. All right? The last book that was written is the book of Revelations that was written around 96 AD, all right? We're in 2021, and we're seeing the prophecies of Revelation, the 13th chapter, take place, all right? Revelation, the 6th chapter, dealing with the horse. The horse is galloping with the, with the spirit of wrath. The Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, which we have on deck, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, where a lot of these nations are starting to turn against Babylon, seeing America for the whore that she truly is. All throughout everywhere, all throughout the scriptures, man. So we're gonna just jump into these prophecies. Brother had
What do you want to start out on? I have something.
Yeah. We're gonna still hold that. We're gonna just hold that Revelations 18.
Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Like how you mentioned the control, basically how basically these are all his device. Oh, you mentioned the mark of the beast, and these are
MOTB
all.
now. We got it. Jake. That's part of it though. Slovakia, but you can't even say the the mark now. Esau's algorithm is picking up. Now we gotta even damn codify it, man. But you got it.
Yeah, Slovakia, MOTB. With Esau, basically, with the system that he's pushing forward. Okay, we're not ignorant of his devices. These are all just devices that he's pushing out there amongst the people. Images. Like you said, the images in the media and all these different things, controlling people's minds. You got it.
Well, you can read that over, Baba Kushai?
Yeah. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Right. So the Apostle Paul was, and that's what was that chapter? Corinthians. Yeah. So Paul was writing, to the church of Corinth concerning Satan. Not being the word ignorant. The root word of ignorant is ignore. We're not ignoring the elephant in the room that the masses of the people have been ignoring for hundreds of years. It's been decades where a lot of people have been trying to bat down the notion of the white man being a devil. As a child, I even grew up hearing my grandparents, well, more so my grandma, make statements of white people being the devil. Now you have certain individuals that would embrace the sentiment, and you would have certain people that would disdain it. But us brothers in the spirit of the Lord, we know, man, this man is he is the devil.
Damn.
If we had really, it's like the devil is just a basic word to really put on him. He really exceeds that. He's the wicked. He's fucking Satan. It said he's coming after the workings of Satan, the deceiver, the great dragon. Because when these prophets were writing and inscribing these writings in a book, they had to paint the picture so that people could understand how aggressively and how demonically, how evil and nefarious a particular nation would be in the latter days. We're looking at the medical industries. We're seeing how Esau is controlling the sentiment. He's poisoning the masses of the people. I seen a video with Elder Malcolm, and he was going into the Rockefeller plans. And one thing they were saying is they're going to poison the people, and when the people come to Esau for help, he's going to give them more poison. All right? Controlling the left and the right. You see, because if you got diabetes, if you got heart problems, if you got brain problems, you got all kind of sicknesses in your body.
It's caused by Esau.
It's caused by Esau.
Yeah.
You have to go to the medical associations. You have to go to these different hospitals, and Esau's not going to give you something that can heal you.
Yeah.
He's going to give you something that can treat you. That gradually breaks down whether your kidneys, your liver, your intestines, your heart,
brain,
your brain,
all your organs.
Yeah. Is someone that
was it.
Yep. So we can't be ignorant of this devil, man. You can't be naive. You can't just bat the eye like, that's just, that's a thing of the past. This white man, he was on that vicious tip, a couple hundred years ago, but now we've been civilized.
Right.
We got opportunity because what everybody excited about on social media now? Rihanna hitting the B.
Yeah.
Rihanna becoming a billionaire. That don't mean the white man's not the devil.
Right.
That doesn't pertain to your salvation or anything
or you.
critical.
Or you, yeah.
Yeah, really you. And that's really a part of Satan's devices is media. Using celebrities as distractions.
Yep.
Basically, things that, there's a whole media outlets that are centered around basically celebrities' lives and their whereabouts. So that's the deception of it. We can get what you got.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18. I'll start up at verse 8. That's cool with you.
Yeah.
It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power with Slakia. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her."
Yeah, that's dealing with international trade. Individuals that get their get their imports, their goods, products, merchandise from America. That's where you have your GDP, your gross domestic products. And when you see these different countries, they thrive off of their GDP. Without a GDP, you're not a functioning society, man. You got to gross products at home. That's where you have the term gross domestic products. And products being pushed out to other countries, that's what is the driving force for countries to be established. Whether it's oil, like Saudi Arabia is a major oil exporter. as well as Iran, which America doesn't do a lot of tradings with Iran, but they do a lot of tradings with a lot of these different nations, petroleum products, oil, crude, like I said, crude oil, gas, fucking gold, silver, the list goes on and on. Household items. A lot of this stuff you'll look at the label is made in China, made in Taiwan, made in Indonesia. Certain products come from Bulgaria. I had, my job that I worked, you could look on certain, items, and it'll actually say like made in Bulgaria, or made in certain European countries.
Yeah, everything.
Everything it's made from, in most cases from other countries. Now, America makes some stuff too, but America is a consumerism society. This is the highest consumerism society on the face of the earth. You got it?
It says, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Yeah, so they're going to see America burn. From what? Intercontinental ballistic missiles. A lot of these countries are constantly developing. We talked about these missiles that can reach America within 30 minutes to an hour. It's getting quicker than that. Hypersonic missiles and all these different missiles that are high powered to get to the destination at a dramatically fast pace. That's why Israel has increased their budget to, if I'm not mistaken, $17 billion.
For military weaponry.
Military weaponry. Yeah. We seen the Iron Dome get activated a few months back when a lot of those missiles were being shot in Israel. So we know that we're in times of prophecy, man.
Right.
The Lord is doing things, and He's not letting things just pop off just yet. He's corralling the minds of the people to get into this book, man.
That's right.
Really hard, because what did the Lord say? If so that all Israel may be saved. We all know that all Israel's not going to be saved. It's really dealing with the elect. The Lord is doing a work in these days so that the elect can wake up to the times that we're living in.
That's right.
Last hour. Last hour Israelites. You got it.
Verse 10. Standing afar off for the fear of the torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. So, if I could say, that goes into, that trading being done. That back and forth trading with, America and, importing and exporting goods is going to be over with, man, because the kingdom is going to be established after the missiles hit, man. And America is going to be left as a memorial.
Yeah, that's going to take a very big hit on international commerce because America really, like you said, America is the biggest consumer country, and when you take away that, you basically destroy America. You destroy international trade.
You do.
Because America is really
and financial trade.
Yeah, because of the dollar.
Because of the dollar,
which they're getting ready to do away with anyway, to create this global and see, everything is getting global.
Yeah.
That's what they're gearing toward with this whole VAX. That's a global push.
Yeah.
Okay. You got it.
I got a little bit on you. I'm gonna throw it back.
Yeah.
This is biggest consumer country. This was dated 2018. This is HFCE, millions of United States dollars nominal. United States is 16 million compared to European 8 million, China 5 million, Japan 2 million. And it says which country?
Double and triple them.
Yeah, double and triple. Yeah. Which country is the largest consumer? The United States. Yeah. If the camera could pick it up, it's got a glare to it. But it says the United States offers the largest consumer market on earth with a GDP, or gross domestic product, of 20 trillion and 325 million people. They don't even have as much as other countries.
Yeah, and that goes to show you, really, a lot of that is from Jake. Because Jake is a consuming nation, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, consume, and barely even put out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why, you know, they aiming, you know, for our people, you know, to take that VAX like brothers are going into.
Mm-hmm.
They aiming towards low poverty neighborhoods, you know, these little ran down schools, you know, and hospitals, because that Jake they know that, man.
Yep.
You know.
And it says household spending is the highest in the world, accounting for more than a quarter of global household consumption. At the same time, free trade agreements with 20 other countries provide enhanced access to hundreds of millions of consumers. So the prophecy said it. A lot of these different nations, they're going to be heavily upset when they see this society fall. Because this is the backbone of really all nations. You see these good old white devils get to go around and say America is the strongest country on the face of the earth. To be honest, it's true. Other countries, you know, I mean, you got some strong countries that you know, come up on that tier, but really top tier countries, America's on that high echelons, man. You know, when it comes to you know, products, influence. Because what, this is the place of our captivity. Whenever we were in captivity in a particular nation, that was the greatest nation on the face of the earth. All right, when we was in the captivity, the Babylonian captivity, Babylon was the standing kingdom. Greece was the standing kingdom when we was in the Grecian captivity. Rome. Fast forward to today, America. So a little bit more on that, dealing with the souls of men.
That was pretty much it. Yeah.
You read the souls of men part? Where it says the merchandise of silver and gold and
constantly. Yeah. Verse 11, it says, "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and of fine linen and purple,
mm-hmm.
and silk and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory,
Mm-hmm.
and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble,
Mm-hmm.
and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men."
See, it says and slaves and souls of men. So it could have just simply said slaves if souls of men and slaves were the same thing. It's not the same thing. Souls of men, Esau wants to harvest your soul.
Right.
He wants to keep you in a perpetual captivity. That's why they cut off this one show, which was a great show, and our whole camp watched it. Black Mirror, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of those Black Mirror episodes, I think San Junipero was one of them. It was a few episodes that show you how they'll take your consciousness, and they could put you in a database, and your conscience can be uploaded in a major database, and you can actually live forever in a what's the word I want to find? A cyber world,
A device.
a digital world.
Yeah.
You see? And he's trying to get to that point where he has full control of your soul, full control of your thoughts. But the Lord is going to have a halting interruption to the point that Esau can't accomplish that feat. Mm-hmm. That's why it tells you that in the book of Job when he is about to fill his belly.
Yeah.
All right? Esau's trying to fill the belly, and the belly is almost full.
Yeah.
You know?
And a part of that, like you said, a part of the consciousness thing, he's also trying to do a lot of advancements, trying to predict. He's trying to use AI to predict the future, trying to use AI to basically do everything to predict crime.
Yeah.
You know, all these different things, and he's even trying to basically trying to tap into the spiritual world. You know, tap into basically things that only the Most High is able to control.
Yeah,
they had a CERN.
Joe Biden signed another executive order, basically demanding these car companies to make more electric cars. You know, and he signed it yesterday. They're showing you that, because with the electric cars, if it's an electronic shutdown, then you're through. You know, you're no longer mobile, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
And I seen a video. That's the spirit you said that. I seen a video. They were saying, companies that will shut down by the year 2033. That's what the video was titled. And they were saying trucking companies, man. A lot of things are starting to become autonomous. You see Tesla on the rise. You see a lot of these different companies putting their energy into self-driving, vehicles, to the point where you don't need an actual driver that has to get a CDL. Or what's the different one? You get Class A, your different class licenses in order to get behind the wheel. And that's why Esau is pumped. Esau's getting proud to the point where he's like, I don't need you people.
Right.
These globalists and these elitists, they're really getting to the point where it's like, really, the world would be better without most of you people.
Yeah.
Most of you people are consumers. Hey, like who said that? The Agent Smith said that on The Matrix. He said the people are like cancer. They're constantly killing. They're constantly eating. They're constantly destroying. They're constantly just, shattering the very fiber and fabric of the planet Earth. And the world would be useless eaters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Hey, but that's how the elites look at you. You're really just taking up space. Because and you know what? I'll say it. A lot of you people are really useless.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of you people really are useless because your lives are really in vain. And Esau knows that, and he wants you off of this planet.
Yep.
Unless you're really a prophet or man of the Lord, or you're doing the work of the Lord, you really are useless in a sense.
I got some.
You got it.
This is Jeremiah 5:6. Would you get a few precepts and close up? But it says, wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and the wolf of the evening shall spoil them. And that's dealing with other nations. These other nations are going to really put the hammer down upon the people. We see what's going on in China, which it was a video that came out. I think it was Business Insider. I have it saved in my phone. China's on a rat race to get into this microchipping, man. They're hungry to get this chip life off the ground. You go to these different. If you look at these futuristic documentaries, which Lord willing, I'll watch some. Maybe do a follow-up lesson on it. But these futuristic documentaries dealing with futuristic cities, man, them cities is damn near fully digital, man. You can't even really walk around in an ancient, archaic mindset. I'm just gonna, live. That's why they did the same thing in America. Yeah, just gonna do it. I'm just gonna, live ancient while everybody's living. No, they're gonna make it where either you're gonna stay updated with the society, or you're not gonna be able to live. That's why America. What was the thing they did with the TVs? They switched from analog to digital, and they made it damn near mandatory, man, to switch it out.
Yeah, because you can't, like, if you had the TVs that with the antennas, you just sit on the floor, it ain't gonna work no more. They don't even have the little cords. They don't even sell the cords like that no more.
Nope. All right, it says, a leopard shall watch over their cities. And what is that a leopard representing? Basically, surveillance. A leopard has extremely key vision. If you look at the characteristics of the leopard, leopards are apex hunters, man. They have some of the best success rates, if I'm not mistaken, in the big cat family. And leopards aren't the best predators due to them being the fastest. Because if you really want to deal with big cats, what's the fastest big cat? The cheetah. But cheetahs have horrible hunt rates. They don't have the best successful hunting rates.
Yeah.
Leopards have some of the best hunting rates. Why? Because they what's the word I want to find? They're more covert. All right. They know how to be more low profile. Like I said, leopards know how to hunt in those. They know how to stay in those trees.
Yeah, they know how to get in the trees.
They know how to get in the trees.
Pounce, pounce on top of the prey.
And they know how to take their take their prey up trees.
Yep.
That's a tough thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tigers don't do that.
Nah.
Lions don't. I haven't never seen a lion actually take their prey up into an actual tree, man.
Yeah.
So leopards actually are in a class of their own when it comes to predatorial pursuits, and that's likened unto Esau. Because when you're dealing with Esau and his surveillance, he sees everything at this point.
Yeah.
They was talking about WhatsApp and Facebook. Gonna have more tighter control from the federal government. Law enforcement already has been going through these Instagram pages, whether it's NYPD, and various other police departments. They've been cracking down a lot of these Negroes from just Instagram alone. So we in these times a little bit more. Everyone that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased. Yeah. So the spirit of just liberally just moving around freely.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the same, man. Quarantines, checkpoints, barricades, isolations. Like they had that movie Quarantine. I think Quarantine came out around like 2009. If you watch that movie, let me look at the actual date. Might have been a little bit later.
But when the show called that?
2008. I think they had a show.
One that was based in Atlanta.
Oh, they had Contagion.
Yeah, Contagion.
Yep, Contagion.
Yeah.
But the movie Quarantine, it was 2008 that came out. Got horrible reviews. But in the movie, people couldn't leave that building. Mm-hmm. You seen certain people, when they put the quarantine centers around that building, if people were to try to leave that area, you would see the helicopters actually patrolling over the building, and they had the snipers with the long guns, man.
Yeah.
They had the joints aimed straight at the people's head. They wasn't looking to maim them. They was looking to kill them, man.
Mm-hmm. Bushwick.
Yep, Bushwick. That's why we named the lesson as such. The great crackdown has begun. Mm-hmm. Where the lion is Esau is likened unto a lion. He's likened unto a wolf. He's likened unto a leopard. He's likened unto an eagle. Yep. He's going to exercise all the snake, the serpent, the dragon. He's going to exercise all those animalistic, predatorial characteristics in these times now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You got it.
I got it. 1 Peter 5.
Come on. We finna go ahead and close it. You had something you want to close it? I got a precept.
This 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It says, I'm right. 1 Peter 5 and I'll start at 6. It says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. And this going into what we were speaking on about before we cut the camera on, about trying to take matters in your own hand. Mm-hmm. Because with all these characteristics that Esau is coming at you with, and you're gonna have to have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on you, man.
How do we have to come? The scriptures liken us unto sheep.
Yeah.
It likens us unto doves. Mm-hmm. It likens us unto serpents when it comes to wisdom.
Yeah.
So it's ways that we can maneuver, brethren. It's not like this devil is just gonna come down and he's just gonna come slaughtering the sheep of Israel. Mm-hmm. We've been through the rough sides, in our previous incarnations where we got took out by the Roman authorities. Mm-hmm. All right, 70 A.D. Yeah. Where we got taken down by the Grecian authorities. Mm-hmm. All right, and these times now the Lord speaks about a great deliverance, man. Yeah. He speaks about a standard being lifted, and we believe that, man. That's right. That's why we don't fear. We see what the fuck this devil got coming down, man. We not in the spirit of doubt. We charged up like Elder Manatazak and Elder Sakaran. Man, we pumped up right now, man.
Right.
Yep.
Do what you gotta do, man. Mm-hmm. Come down with great rap. You Rothschilds, you Rockefellers. Hey, we had these Rothschilds numbers. We be blowing up their lines, man. Mm-hmm. Fucking, hey, man. Yo, get the New World Order off the ground, man. Stop fucking around. What are you waiting for? You got it, bro.
It says, verse 7, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Mm-hmm. This is the point. Verse 8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, your adversary, the devil, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Now, the brothers mentioned a bunch of predator creatures and animals, all right, that basically cause great wrath, man, in their own way, on their prey. All right. Now it says he's coming down, having great wrath. You know, I'm sorry. It said, let's read it one more time.
It says, verse 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Right, and as a roaring lion, and you know the lion is at, you know, as they say, the king of the jungle. All right, so he's gonna come, you know, getting down on you people, man. Really, the masses, and we're seeing a global pressing down on people. All right, and you know it's gonna continue to speed up. It's gonna continue to get more and more pressure, and it's gonna be a great what is it? A great the lesson this will be
the great crackdown.
The great crackdown. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna crack down on you citizens, man. Everything is gonna be tighter restrictions. That's that roaring lion.
That's why these Edomites in today's time, what are they known as? Crackers, man. When you look up the origins of really crackers, it deals with the cracking of the whip. It tells you that in Isaiah the 14th chapter. You know, how Esau, the one that basically dropped the hammer asunder upon all nations and beat and battered the nations into subjection.
That's why I believe we were talking about in the group chat, or personally, you know, how when you look at the emblem on Cracker Barrel, you know, it got the whip on it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's the spirit.
Yeah, you can pay attention. I think it's like wrapped around the barrel.
And that's a real Edomite restaurant, man.
Yeah.
I got a last precept. I'll let you add something.
I got something.
Okay, you can get that.
It's Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. Yeah, so he's coming down and getting more and more strict with his policies. Scriptures say he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. You know, so these policies that he's going to push are going to affect everybody, man. You know, and that's him showing his real horns, and you're gonna see more and more requirements that he's gonna make you do, and a lot of you jakes are gonna wake up to the fact that this man is the devil because of that. You know, you've been like the brother mentioned, you've been ignorant, you've been ignoring it this whole time, but very soon it's gonna be very apparent that this man is your enemy.
Yeah.
You got it.
And with this is Habakkuk 1 and verse 6. Just read 6 to 9. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves. Their horses are swifter than the leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves. And their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far. That's foreign troops. They shall fly as the eagle that hasteth to eat. Yeah, and if you see how how the eagle comes down, they allow the momentum to take weight when they actually come down with that great wrath. And those eagles have those talents, man. Eagles are big as hell. Their wingspans and things of that nature. That's an apex predator.
Yeah.
Really dealing with most of those apex predators. Really, eagle stands above. Really, majority of them, to be honest. Because what the hell hunts an eagle?
Right.
Right.
You know. Nothing. Continuing on, they shall come all for violence. So none are coming in the spirit like most people think, just peace. Esau is coming in the spirit like he just want to get people jabbed so that he can save lives. No, he want to take lives. That's why a lot of these medical workers, nurses and things of that nature, they're starting to reveal that a lot of people that's sick in these hospitals and dying are the ones that actually got the double jab. You see? They shall come all for violence, their faces shall sup up as the east wind, and they shall gather the captivity as the sand. Concentration camps, massive, basically massive internment camps, where they're going to actually haul certain individuals, like it says, feed them being idle with things offered up to idols. Trying to, encourage you to get jabbed. And a lot of people are going to start to have to take it by force. They're going to try to restrain you like a psychopath. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. They're going to more than likely try to pass certain legislation. Because now they got it where if you're a so-called conspiracy theorist, that's labeled as a mental health problem. So they can put you in a straitjacket. They could detain you indefinitely until you're ready to actually get vaccine. Right. You see? But us brothers, like the scriptures speak about, strive unto the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
That's why we need the Lord.
That's why we need the Lord. And we got the name. We got access to the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah via prayer through that name. So we have to pray vehemently when we have to go through these trials. We are going to get tried individually, but we know that when we finish our, hard course of difficulty, the Lord is going to have that crown laid up for us.
That's right.
So, we just wanted to keep it short and sweet for brothers. Hopefully brothers will edify. We're going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.